the WBC shouldn't have sanctioned this fight. This is something that Manny Pacquiao shouldn't be allowed to do, but he's doing it. They're probably gonna make a lot of money off of it. It's gonna be a business success, but the fight is trash, right?
What happened before the pandemic?
Manny's gonna fight Tank after that.
How would they fight? Tank's 135 pounds.
Catch weight, 43, 44. Yeah.
Stated that one of Manny Pacquiao's dream fights is to fight Gervonta Tank Davis.
It would be dangerous for Manny Pacquiao to take on Gervonta Davis, according to boxing experts. Disagreement that could land Manny in the hospital. Given Tank's strength and Manny's advanced age, many believe the WBC should not have sanctioned this bout. But it seems that the financial incentive is the driving force. When Manny first fights Mario Barrios, experts believe he will be exhausted from the fight alone. It would be extremely risky to confront Tank right away once Manny's body isn't entirely retrieved. Despite the hype, many experts think that this back-to-back arrangement is reckless and driven by profit.
First, let's start with Manny and Tank. That fight's even more trash than this one because Tank Davis is a way better fighter than Mario Barrios, bro. Tank Davis would send Manny Pacquiao to the hospital, bro. I don't want Tank Davis to entertain, excuse me, y'all, a fight with Manny Pacquiao. Just like I'm glad he ain't entertained no damn fight with Jake Paul, bro. That's not a good look. So Manny can call it out all day. I'm sure PBC would love to make that fight. Tank Davis, if you and your team watching this video, bro, anybody that's rocking with Tank watching this video, that's beneath you, bro. That man's 72 years old, bro. He about to get hands put on him by Mario Barrios anyway, in my opinion, so I don't think it matters. But even if he was to somehow win and defeat Mario Barrios, I would not want to see Tank Davis take on no damn Manny Pacquiao, bro. That shit would be all wrong and all bad. Trying to see what my son doing with my dog, my other dog back there, giving him a hard time. Giving him a hard time. So there's that part of it, right? Nobody trying to check for that fight.
Prominent trainer Robert Garcia has expressed serious concerns regarding Manny Pacquiao's upcoming fights. Given Tank's strength and youth, Garcia sees this bout as a high-risk challenge for Manny, and he thinks Gervonta Davis would outclass him if they ever faced off in the ring. After his fight with Mario Barrios, he mostly hopes that Manny will retire rather than take on younger, more experienced opponents. Garcia's cautious attitude reflects the general perception in boxing. Circles that Pacquiao's peak is past and that continuing might have terrible consequences for the aging great.
He's used to fighting bigger guys his entire career, but this time he's 46.
46, bro.
It's dangerous.
Can't help it, but wish him well, man. You know, he's a great person. Hopefully we see something competitive. You know, I would say become champ. If he wins, become champion, retire, man. I wouldn't want to see him unify or anything like that because it could be ugly. I'd say if he wins this one, retire as a champion.
Despite trainers and analysts' cautions, Manny Pacquiao has publicly said that he wants to face Gervonta Davis. Following his planned fight with Mario Barrios, Pacquiao has expressed obvious excitement in taking on Tank. Manny has long desired this fight because he sees it as a high-profile confrontation with a strong younger opponent. Pacquiao's resolve shows not only his spirit of competition, but also his intense desire to take on one of the best boxers in the world. Much of the continuous conjecture on whether or not such a fight will indeed take place is fueled by this eagerness.
It's the Boxing Coop. Reality alert. Like, share, and subscribe. Now let's get it popping. Shine Gibbons, president and promoter of MP Promotions, Manny Pacquiao Promotions, has came out and stated that one of Manny Pacquiao's dream fights is to fight Gervonta Tank Davis. Now, he said after the fight with Mario Barrios, and if Gervonta get past Lamont Roach, and if somehow the Jake Paul fight don't come into fruition, Manny Pacquiao will be looking to land a fight with Gervonta Tank Davis. And it will be a big fight for both of them because, as we all know, Gervonta Tank Davis sells and Manny Pacquiao sells. And Manny Pacquiao always been wanting to fight, and hey, it'll be a legacy fight for Gervonta Davis. But we'll see how it go. But it's the Boxing Coop. Reality alert. Like, share, and subscribe.
For many years, boxing enthusiasts and analysts have discussed the possibility of a battle between Manny Pacquiao and Gervonta Davis. Analysts note that although Pacquiao has openly challenged Davis on several occasions, Tank has continuously declined to accept the fight. Despite this, Pacquiao's determination is unwavering, and many people believe he is the one working hard to make this match a reality. As viewers argue whether Tank's hesitation is strategic or just a gesture of respect for Manny's memory, the ongoing tension heightens the drama and suspense.
Dr. News Manny Pacquiao, the 46-year-old Filipino legend, is set to challenge WBC welterweight champ Mario Barrios. But that's not all. Pacquiao is eyeing a potential showdown with lightweight sensation Gervonta Davis, a matchup that has been brewing for years. With Pacquiao aiming to become the oldest welterweight champ and Davis coming off a controversial draw, this could be a fight for the ages. Will the aging legend prove he's still got it, or will youth prevail? The boxing world is in for a treat.
Pacquiao's perseverance gives people who are excited to watch this much awaited fight hope. Fundamentally, many people consider the possible bout between Pacquiao and Davis to be a profitable business endeavor. Both competitors can attract big audiences, sell tickets, and bring in enormous sums of money from pay-per-view. The financial incentives frequently take precedence over the athletic elements, since networks and promoters view the event as a high-profile event with significant revenue potential. While fans argue over the matchup's qualities, the business side makes sure that there will be a lot of interest in getting the fight. Money plays a significant role in the continuous conversations surrounding the fight, since its commercial appeal fuels negotiations and media attention.
Something like a pro wrestler to an extent. You ain't gonna get the fights you want with this dude. You gonna get him fighting Mexicans and gimmick fights like this. Now the sad part in all this is, in my opinion, is this fight is crazy enough to happen. It's gonna make a lot of money. It's gonna do good sales. But not only is it box office and big business, in my opinion, if promoted right. Looking at this motherfucker's resume, this is probably his toughest fight, in my opinion. A 45-year-old Pacquiao will be the closest thing to a 50-50 fight Tank's been in. And that's sad, that's fucked up, but it's the absolute truth. This is the closest thing he's been into a 50-50 fight, a 45-year-old Pacquiao. Me personally, I don't know what Pac-Man has left in the tank for me to say that this is going to be competitive. So I think Tank is probably going to wash him, just going off age. When it comes to age, speed and reflexes are the first thing to go. Explosiveness are the first things to go. So off youth and explosiveness alone, Tank should be able to beat the old man. But the fact that this is even up for debate is sad, man. Like I said, stop looking at Tank as a star as a regular fighter. Look at him as an attraction. When he fights, expect to see the bitches come out. Expect your casual friends to hit you up, talking about parties, and let's go out to a bar and watch it, and just enjoy the festivities. You want to see the best fighting the best? You ain't gonna get it with Tank. Like. And that's, I understand your logic, he'll knock Pacquiao out and get his fans. That shit ain't true.
A number of boxing experts have strongly criticized the proposed Pacquiao versus Davis bout. Because of Manny's advanced age and declining physical condition in comparison to Tank's youth and strength, they view it as an inappropriate match and call the bout trash. Many people think that a bout between Barrios and Tank would be more rational and competitive if Pacquiao were to lose to Mario Barrios first. Tank may face a more difficult opponent in Davis Barrios, a younger and more aggressive fighter, making the bout more evenly balanced and interesting from a sporting standpoint. This scenario is becoming more popular among both analysts and fans.
Pacquiao is negotiating with Barrios to fight at 147. No tears. I haven't heard one tear. So guess what? Since we know that Mario Barrios and Manny Pacquiao has been in serious negotiations. Let me ask you, is it a good fight, Mario Barrios versus Tank Davis at 147? Yes, it is. That fight was a struggle, and if Mario Barrios wasn't weight drained with the rehydration clause at 140, think about 147, Tank going up from 135 to 147. Yeah, y'all, no, shoe program. Because Mario Barrios was winning every round, leading up right before he got knocked down. You fight Mario Barrios at 147, it may be a different story. I'm not saying that Mario Barrios wins. I'm saying that Mario Barrios is more comfortable at 147, way bigger than Gervonta Tank Davis. What is he, 5'10", 5'11"? All right, Gervonta Tank Davis never only fought at 140 once, never fought at 147. Move up from 135 to 147. Y'all know it's a tough.
In terms of style, Pacquiao and Davis represent opposing boxing philosophies that, should they ever square off, might make for an exciting bout. Pacquiao is renowned for using a barrage of quick punches to press opponents with his unrelenting, volume striking. However, Tank Davis is renowned for his destructive power and is known for being a one-punch knockout fighter who can terminate battles abruptly. When discussing about their possible battle, this stylistic clash between Tank's raw knockout strength and Pacquiao's speed and endurance is a significant talking point, emphasizing how unpredictable their matchup is.
Explosive lightweights of our time, Gervonta Tank Davis against one of the most feared and ferocious explosive lightweights in history, Manny Pacquiao. Both men are southpaws and use genius traps to get their opponents to drop their guard and set up hard punches that end the night. While Manny Pacquiao was more of a volume puncher, we all know Gervonta Tank Davis was a one-punch knockout artist. Manny Pacquiao also had to chop trees down because he went up in weight throughout his career. Gervonta now is still at what looks like is his natural weight, so he's still able to use that power. Both men used amazing angles. Both men also used amazing momentum punches, meaning they would wait to the last second and then step in and catch the opponent coming at them, and it'd be like a high-speed collision. Tank Davis was great at creating openings to land that one-punch eraser, while Pacquiao created openings in a different way. He would do it by throwing lots of punches and really throwing variations from head to body, but the result would be the same. Both men would stop or knock out their opponents. If prime Pacquiao fought prime Tank Davis at 135 or 140, who win?
Respected former world champion and promoter Oscar De La Hoya has openly voiced his serious concerns regarding Manny Pacquiao's decision to resume boxing at the age of 46. De La Hoya emphasizes that getting ready for a high-caliber bout requires a lot of mental and physical work, which gets harder as one ages. Recovery times get longer, and the chance of getting hurt increases dramatically. De La Hoya claims that instead of the demanding demands of another training camp and battle, Manny's body needs time to relax and recover. Many fans and insiders who prioritize Manny's health over his quest for further fame share this viewpoint.
You have to remember that. So give your body some rest. Rest right now is Manny Pacquiao's friend in between training, in between sparring sessions. There's no shame in taking a day off or two, Manny. Trust me. Let your body relax, let your body rest. He'll do fine. He's experienced. He's got obviously the power because it never leaves you. The speed I'm a little worried about, but I think, look, Barrios is a live dog. He's a world champion, and he's no slouch. So I think it's going to be a good fight. I wish Manny all the best. I'm not sure who's going to win. I really haven't seen Barrios, but I think Barrios, the youth is obviously with him.
Newly emerging talent BAM, Jesse Rodriguez has provided a direct evaluation on Pacquiao's planned bout with Mario Barrios. Despite acknowledging Manny's historic achievements to boxing, Rodriguez thinks Barrios will win the fight because of his youth and level of energy. Rodriguez contends that the younger fighter's hunger and physical prowess offer him a significant advantage that will probably lead to a dominant performance over the older Pacquiao. This point of view draws attention to a larger issue in boxing, where younger generations' speed, stamina, and motivation occasionally surpass expertise and heritage.
Gonna go out there and just put a beating on Manny. I think Manny's a little too old, but he's a legend. He really did what he did, so I really don't see a reason for him to come back. But if he wants to get in the ring with Mario, then I guess Mario has to show him that he has a youth, and Manny Pacquiao shouldn't just stay retired.
Yeah. That's what a lot of fans are saying, and are still kind of disbelief. But even looking at social media, and the fans, they're thrilled just to see him back. So just to have him in the ring, you know, and his fighters at that age are not competing. You know?
I think that just says a lot about, you know, the type of fighter Manny Pacquiao is, the stardom he has. I mean, he's what, 46, 47?
He's 46.
And people are still excited to see him fight. So, I mean, that just says a lot about him and what he's done in his career. So, like I said earlier, to see a friend I grew up with fight Manny Pacquiao is just going to be pretty cool. And it's the same night. So, it's a huge night for San Antonio boxing.
Manny Pacquiao's elderly age will be a major obstacle in his next fights with Mario Barrios and possibly Gervonta Davis. Specifically, at 28, Barrios is in his physical peak, showing more activity, faster reflexes, and fresher stamina than the seasoned Pacquiao. His height, reach, and age advantages could be crucial inside the ring. Because of his greater reach, he can control the fight's tempo, govern the distance, and take advantage of Pacquiao's defense weaknesses. All of these elements work together to make it harder for Manny to win.
Breaking news. Manny Pacquiao versus Mario Barrios is official for July 19th in Las Vegas for Barrios' WBC welterweight title. After 4 years off from pro boxing, Pacquiao will try to become the oldest active world champion in boxing at 46 years old and one of the oldest champions in boxing history. Now, this fight has been rumored for quite a while. They tried to make it last year after Pacquiao had an exhibition with Rukia Anpo, but they were never able to finalize a deal. But earlier this year, they re-entered negotiations and they finally made it official now. Now, in terms of the fight itself, Barrios, he's gonna have a huge age and size advantage. You know, the guy is 29 years old, right in his physical prime. He's probably gonna weigh around 160, 165 pounds on the night of the fight. Whereas Pacquiao, like I said, he's 46 years old. He won't weigh over 145 pounds on the night of the fight. And Barrios, he's just gonna try to stay behind the jab and the straight shots and use that youth to win in the fight. Now, what I will give Pacquiao is he does have a huge IQ advantage, and Barrios' defense didn't look that great in his last fight. But still, the age is the main factor. But you guys let me know. Are you excited for Manny's return, or is it too risky at his age?
Many experts have expressed concerns about Pacquiao's safety and the risks of getting back into professional boxing after a long break. Manny's return to competitive combat at age 46 presents serious health hazards after a 5-year hiatus. Even the most renowned legends are susceptible to the damage that boxing does because it is an incredibly harsh sport. The fear surrounding Manny's return is increased by the fact that history demonstrates that other older boxers have sustained serious damage on comeback attempts. These cautions highlight the necessity of exercising caution and maintaining medical supervision during his next battles.
What's the worst case scenario? Someone gets seriously hurt. Someone has like life-altering injuries, and that could happen in boxing. We've seen this. Manny Pacquiao isn't immune to this. He's been knocked out. He's been hit. He's not Floyd, who has been hardly hit. Like, he's been knocked out cold. I thought when he got knocked out by Marquez, I thought he died. It was that scary.
Yeah.
Remember that one? So
I do.
Ultimately, I'm most surprised that if it hasn't been officially announced, if it lands in Nevada or California, I'll be very surprised and dare I say...
Mario Barrios is also involved in the controversy surrounding the Pacquiao-Barrios matchup. Barrios is criticized by several pundits for accepting to play against a player who is much past his prime. This choice is viewed as a calculated maneuver to raise Barrios' profile without taking on a top-tier modern competitor, rather than as an attempt to engage in real competition.
Mario Barrios and Manny Pacquiao are in talks for the WBC welterweight title fight. They want to do it in Vegas. Pacquiao is 45 and hasn't competed since August 2021 in a decision loss. Mario Barrios is definitely trying to stat pad at this point. In a stacked welterweight division, you can fight Crawford. If you don't want to fight someone who's coming off a W, fight Spence Jr. Fight Jaron or Stanius, you know? Fight one of the top 4 fighters. You're ranked top 5 and you want to fight Manny Pacquiao? That's stat padding. That shouldn't even count as a win. And I love Manny Pacquiao, but I mean, in his prime, he would definitely beat Mario Barrios, but it's past his prime. Hasn't fought in 3 years, is 45 years old. It's time to hang it up, bud. I will say though, if he somehow miracle pulls it off, it'll be the greatest win, I think, in...
Discussions have become more serious and passionate as the fight date approaches. The worries expressed extend well beyond Pacquiao's potential defeat. Experts are concerned about the possibility of a knockout or serious injury that could have long-term effects on one's health. Many people doubt the morality and discernment of the sanctioning organizations that have let these bouts without properly considering the risks associated with matching up older boxers with younger, more physically fit opponents. To shield fighters from needless harm and maintain the sport's reputation, calls for tougher laws and reassessments of approval procedures are becoming stronger.
Manny Pacquiao's gonna get knocked out by Mario Barrios. And I get it, like, Mario Barrios is like far from a good fighter. Mario Barrios is one of the worst champions in all of boxing, but Manny Pacquiao is so old, bro. I think a lot of you guys forget Manny Pacquiao fought last year and he arguably lost to like a Muay Thai kickboxer dude. Like, this dude wasn't even a boxer. Yes, he was really big, but the dude was just not a boxer. Honestly, I think the WBC should call this fight off. I think it's not too late to kind of go back on your word and let's call this one off. This fight should not be sanctioned by anybody. This fight should not be allowed. At least Mario Barrios should be stripped of his WBC title for defending it against a 46-year-old. Is there a slim chance Manny Pacquiao is able to outmaneuver him and maybe outpoint him, punch, around him? Yeah, maybe. But realistically, it won't happen. But if he does, I think it will solidify him as the greatest boxer of all time, no questions about it. I think if he does win this fight, it would put him clearly over Ali, Ray Robinson, Ray Leonard, and Floyd Mayweather. But I want to hear your guys' thoughts on how y'all feel about this fight.